Okay, hello everyone, so welcome to my next video. So my introduction, my name is Jessica Rowe and I teach English to elementary and junior high students in Kyoto, Japan. I got here through the JEP program, so I'm an assistant language teacher. Now, I wanted to share this idea with you and I hope it helps you in your classroom adventures. So anyways, this is an idea that's basically based off of Jeopardy, which is a really popular TV show, game show back in America. And this activity is really, really good for if you're doing review. So without further ado, I will explain how it's done. Now first I just wanted to show you guys, pretend this is like the seating plan of the students, because in this game, usually you have a few contestants or whatever, but with this I usually make like Team A, Team B, Team C, Team D. So for example, say this is your classroom, then this row can be Team A. This row can be Team B. I can't write like that. And then this row can be Team C, right? So in this example, this is the structure that we're going to go, and how it would go is I can flip a dice. If it's a 1 or 4, it could be like Team A, a 2 and a 5 can be Team B, a 3 and a 6 can be Team C or whatever, right? So that determines what order. And then usually we start with the student at the front, and then the student at the front, and then next round the student answers, then the student answers, and the student answers. So that's how usually we do our who answers what here. And so anyways, the first thing we would do is we'd figure out which team goes first. Actually, I'm just gonna clear this up here for a moment. Okay, so okay, so A, this is their points, B, their points, and C, their points. Usually it's a lot more clear when I do it with the students. But anyways, now imagine you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns of numbers 1 to 500. Now I don't really have a lot of space here, so that's why I only put up this amount. But usually you would have 100, 100, 100, like for 5. And then 200. So these are the amount of points that the students can get. And now, the thing is, when I made this, I didn't realize that, like, in the actual game show, usually one column is one topic or category. So this would be sports, this would be food, this would be modes of transportation, like anything. But instead, I made it just randomized. So 100 points is food, because the students know how to say food really easy. 200 points is animals. Oh, this is like an elementary thing, by the way. 300 is modes of transportation. So bike, car, plane, walking, that kind of thing. 400 is sports. So different sports, so swimming, tennis, baseball, what else do I got? I got soccer, judo or karate, right? So those are examples. And then 500 is the most difficult. So 100 points, easy questions. The more points, more difficult. Now, for elementary anyways, at this point, I was... This is soda or cola, so I was like, oh, what's this? And they're like, cola. So I'd be like, yeah. This one is, so I would write on the board C, T, and then underline, and I wouldn't write the A. I'd be like, okay, what letter is this? And then I'd draw a cat, and then I'd be like, what's this? And so they'd guess what vowel goes here. I also have melon, and 11 plus 12 is, so saying like double digits or whatever. And what color and what shape, because the textbook doesn't actually teach them square, and it doesn't teach them brown. So this was like an extra thing or whatever. So these are just some examples that you can use for more difficult ones. Okay, so anyways, how I would begin is, so say Team A goes first. So they choose which one they want. It could be any one on the board. So it could be 200, 300, 400, 500. So say they say, oh yeah, at the top here, because I didn't make it column specific, I put A, B, C, D, E. So they can say B, 200, A, 300. So they're also practicing their letters and higher numbers. So anyways, for example, say the first group A asks, oh, B100. I'd be like, okay, again. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys this. The back of them all have magnets. So that's so you can put it up and then take it off without any problems. So here, I'd be like, okay, so B100, what's this? And if that student can guess, then they get 100 points. If they're having trouble, it really is up to the discretion of you or the teacher. I'd usually say, okay, so your team can talk together and find the answer. What's this? What's this? So team can talk. So anyways, they talk and they say, oh, grapes. I'd be like, okay, good, 100 points. And then I would take this off the board and just set it to the side so that we know that that question has been asked. Setting aside the tape. So say the next group. So group B, they say, oh, A200. I'd be like, okay, A200. So what's this? And then they would say, ah, fish. I'd be like, okay, good. So 200. Now, after I did this a few times, I realized that the students weren't really saying full sentences. So I wanted to encourage that. So what I did was I told them that if they say the full sentence, they get a bonus 50 points. And this really triggered something because all of a sudden they were all saying like full sentences like it was nothing. So I would ask, what animal is this? And then the student would say, it is a fish. I'd be like, yeah, good job. 250 points. Good job. Yeah. So anyways, that's an example of this Jeopardy game. So I'm just going to keep going just for example's sake. So say group C, they say, oh, A300. Okay, let's see. What's A300? Oh, okay. What's this? It's a car. Okay, good. 350 points. Good job. So in the end, each group does end up usually getting the points that they ask for. Like if the group does not know the answer, I usually just like ask them a simpler question and give them like, instead of 500 points, I'd give them like 450 or something just to like, yeah, because I had one class, this is my experience, it was really bad and horrible, and I don't want anyone else to mistakenly do it like I did. Basically, I had a question that was too difficult for a student, and she started crying, and I was like, oh no, it's okay. So I ended up like giving her another question, and then she felt a little bit better. So you just have to be a little bit cautious of students who are very sensitive to difficult questions. So I made sure that a lot of these were very doable by a lot of the students. So none of them are really like super difficult. So anyways, yeah, like I've got, these are all the 300s. There's so bike. Usually, train. Usually you can actually get photos of whatever it is and stick it to the back. But these cards I had to make like half an hour before the class because the teacher was like, oh yeah, do you have like a review game or something? And I was like, oh, yes I do. And so I like whipped them up and then I use them in the classroom. So anyways, okay, actually I should show you this. So in the end, I would put, say, Team A got 100, 250, 300 or whatever, plus, so the next round would be, oh, they got 350, good job, 100, okay, 450, good, and then total it up, and the total would be kind of like the final score or whatever, and I didn't give out prizes or anything, it was just kind of a, I don't know, students here love competitions, so it got them really excited. It was just like a review game, but with a twist, with points. As soon as points are involved, the kids are crazy. They go crazy over it. So, anyways, this is my Jeopardy game, and maybe possibly you can use it in your own classroom, and yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!